Welcome back to the Overland Bonfire, brought to you by Blue Ridge Overland Gear. We have been cracking out our Overland gift guide, gear guide in segments on Instagram. The whole thing is on YouTube.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Not that you care, but
yeah,
we have selected random pieces of gear that we like.
Yeah, for the people on your shopping list, or maybe you go, that is cool. I think I want one.
Yeah.
Because if you're an adult with your own money, you can just buy your own stuff. You don't have to wait.
You don't have to wait till Christmas.
Yeah. But we're gonna use this episode of the podcast to tackle it a little bit different. So we're gonna talk about some of our favorite pieces of broad gear.
Oh, broad gear. Okay.
And maybe like other things you got your eyes on for the holiday season, or just on your, I need to pick that up. Because this morning in the tree stand, I was reminded I needed some new buck boots. Yeah.
Oh, my problem is that very rarely do I wait.
Right.
New pieces of gear, I would really like a tractor.
Yeah.
That I haven't bought yet.
Yeah.
I would really like a new tractor.
Dear Santa.
But I think I'm gonna resurrect one of my old ones. Not resurrect, but
yeah. Oh, is this the big one?
Yeah, but it's got an air leak in the
Yeah.
hydraulic system. It's sucking air on the intake side, so it's a pain in the butt to drive.
But
other than that, it's a really great tractor, so I just need to get it fixed.
So, all right, let's tackle it this way. Let's do the brog stuff first.
Okay.
That way, if people fall off. I'll go ahead and go. I think for me, if I was going to say, like, even things I have, or if somebody wanted to get me another one, man, the tote bags are just, like, infinitely handy.
Tote bags are a handy piece of equipment, for sure.
I'm starting to feel it's, like, one in every color, and it's just so I can distinguish them. Because when we were at the rooftop tent rally, I took wood for the fire starting contest, literally loaded 2 tote bags down with wood and fire starting gear. Like, as much firewood as I could shove into them. No problem. Have used them on weekend trips, either going back to Tennessee or just for small trips traveling around here. Day to day. The other day, Brandy was leaving, taking the dogs, grabbing all the tote bags, through their food, through their water, through their...
take all their stuff in it.
And then...
And roll on.
Hang it over the headrest in the back seat, and it keeps it from falling out. We've taken laptop, the tablet with them.
I've closed. I've done a lot of traveling. I've done a lot of traveling with mine now, and I've been a pretty handy piece of equipment.
Yeah.
Especially like in the truck, just throw my clothes in a few packing cubes and pitch them in there, and away I go.
Yeah.
That makes the packing stuff go pretty fast for sure.
Yeah. No, that's one for me. What do you got? What's one? Aside from
aside from what?
Another tote bag. Yeah.
So aside from tote bags, I mean, tool rolls are always, I think, something that I use. I really like the tool rolls. That's probably one of my favorite pieces of gear. Seat panel's always in there. IFAC kit is always in there. Headrest IFAC kit is always in there. I think the new, I've been carrying the new EDC pouch, the little EDC, whatever. It's
EDC
little,
organizer.
I guess it would be bigger than little, but
yeah,
the most EDC organizers. But that I use the crap out of because I keep a backup hard drive and a jump drive, and I keep Tums and all kinds of stuff. I have a little pill container that, and I have cords and cord keepers and extra batteries and Band-Aids and just there's everything in there.
Yeah,
everything. Literally, I'm amazed how much crap. So that's with me every single day,
and that's kind of handy
no matter what I carry.
Anybody. It doesn't matter if you're in a shop. Like if you carry like small things, you put it in your console, you put it in your door of your vehicle, you put it in your bag you carry day to day. It keeps all that stuff from like floating around, and it makes it easy if you're like, oh, I'm not taking my work bag today, but I still want my multi-tool, charging bank, cords, extra glasses, whatever. Pull it out of the bag, throw it in the truck. Yeah. And then one you touched on is in terms of gifts. I think the headrest. Actually, 2 things: the headrest first aid kit, the small first aid with a headrest cover. That's something I always tell folks when they come in here for an event. I'm like, listen, that's not just for overlanders. Like, everybody should have a first aid kit.
Yeah.
And if it's in your trunk under a bunch of crap, it does you no good in an actual emergency. So.
Yep. No, I would say that's for sure true. I don't know what all else I would be. My problem is I'm excited about a lot of new stuff that I don't,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I think the bourbon bag has been fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of was a neat concept.
Which at this point, I think it would have just ended, but that is not going to go away forever. The speakeasy is going to be kind of a continuous thing, at least decently frequently.
Yeah, but it'll probably go into limited runs, I would assume.
But this batch will be done just because we're shooting for like a holiday delivery.
Yeah, we're trying to get trying to make sure we deliver for the holidays.
And then for the headrest trash bag, like I could give that to about anybody.
Yeah, I know. As far as giving gifts go, the headrest trash bag, first aid kit bag, the headrest cover for the first aid kit bag, visor covers. Yeah. Those are really easy. Like
the headrest trash bag is a very unglamorous job, but it probably will get used more than anything else we make.
Yeah.
Like in terms of just pure use case. Like,
yeah, I would say that's accurate. Oh. I mean, I think attics are pretty handy.
Yeah.
Although I don't have a vehicle that has an attic right now.
Same, but Overlander or not, anybody that's it claims some storage space.
Soccer mom. As soon as I get my Sienna.
The Sienna attic will be on the market.
Build a Sienna attic for all you soccer moms out there that are wishing your Sienna had an attic.
Yeah.
Someday.
Yeah, those are all really good. And the other one too that we talked about, we're going to do some social content on this, is the mule bag. If you're a big fan of Blue Ridge Overland Gear, but you maybe got somebody on your shopping list that they're not, they don't need the tool storage, or they don't think they do. Yeah. That is a really good bag that holds a lot of stuff, whether it's their, get them the bag and then build them out an emergency car kit for the winter, with a blanket and some hot hands and some wool socks and a hat and a road flare.
And probably when this comes out, there may be a large bum bag.
There might be.
There might be a large bum bag.
Or damn near close.
Yeah.
It'll be like a week, I think, when this one comes out.
Oh, that would be the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it'll be maybe a little after this one. There may be a large bum bag release.
Yeah.
And we've been playing with it like a large EDC bag. Mm-hmm. That won't be out for a while, so don't get too excited.
I will say that when the large bum bag comes out, you better jump on it for the holiday season. That's going to be a limited, there'll only be so many for that round.
Yeah, and we're going to do a bunch of colors, so if you're looking for your wives, your grandma, I don't know, whoever carries, whoever needs a bum bag. That'll be fun. I mean, that'll be a nice project. I think that'll be a good gift.
Yeah. So non-brog stuff, Matt. What's always like a surefire? Like like I'm always happy to get XYZ. Ammo's a good one.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I'm a little picky, and also what if it's a caliber?
Yeah. No, I am too. I'm not. I'm a gun snob. I like good hats.
Mm-hmm. Actually, if any of my family's listening, don't buy me hats. I got a real big head, and it's weird. I'm real picky about hats.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I'm not a little picky, but I like a nice hat. And I'll wear a hat that I like a lot. So, other than that, socks.
Good wool socks.
I like wool socks. Good wool socks. Technically long underwear. I mean, socks and underwear, really, it's amazing how the more I get, the more I'm like, I'd really like some
perishables, right?
Right. Yeah. I really like a little long underwear.
No, good wool socks for sure. Matter of fact, some that I've got the longest life out of has been Christmas presents, stocking stuffer kind of thing.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, it's again, we talked about in another episode that'll probably actually come out later, but there's a huge wildfire here, so we're all a little crouped up. 13 miles away. I woke up this morning, immediately smelled smoke, which is alarming, right?
Right, yeah.
Then I remember my house wasn't on fire. It was just permeating because it's been...
There's 10,000 acres of woods burning just a few miles
10 miles away. Yeah. I was, Yeah. Okay. Still a big deal.
So I drove into town Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sunday. And I was calling Liz. I'm like, is there another fire?
Oh, yeah. Just the difference between your house and town?
Because there was nothing at my house. And then as I went down the road, I could see it was white.
Yeah.
In some of the, in one of the valleys ahead of us. And I'm like, is there anything? Is there another one? Are they, turn on your scanner and see if there's anything up here. And it was just the residual smoke that was laying low kind of.
When we left here to go eat, I noticed going out 460, suddenly there was a section where you could look over and the mountain was obscured. Whereas from here, Sharp Top was clear when we left on Sunday morning. So
yeah. No, it's interesting. We've not had, we're not in big wildfire country, so this is weird for us. Or kind of been a unique
once
thing.
In a blue
we'll remember this for a really long time, probably.
I will say too that I always appreciate for coffee, breakfast stuff. I love Stroop waffles, and you see those in a lot of gift baskets and stuff.
I don't even know what is a Stroop
That's the
waffle?
little cracker waffle things with like honey or whatever in the middle. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that's what that was called.
Yeah, I think that's actually a brand.
I'm not particularly refined. I think Rick's level of refinedness is substantially more advanced than mine.
I actually used to get like the single serving packs of those and like stick them in my bike jersey and eat them on rides. Because I mean, it's like just like 2 thin crackers with like honey or some sort of filling maple in the middle.
Doesn't one of the isn't there a company that makes those like a energy?
Dinger makes like a essentially it's a stroopwafel, but I mean it's the same thing. It's a bunch of sugar. It's a bunch of
Yeah, like I don't know, a little bee on it. Mm-hmm. Laurel used to eat those at Mattress, probably still does.
Yeah. So that's the Stinger brand, but like I think Stroop is like the ones that come in the little like octagon box. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Trying to think. Flashlights, like not really cheap crappy ones, but like
I love flashlights. I love headlights.
Even like a $10, 1 or 2 AA pin light, I will find a use for it. It may live in a certain kit
and never leave there. Yeah. Yeah. No, headlights. I have a huge affection for headlights.
Like Ace Hardware carries Coast, and like I don't know how many like really good like Coast 1 or 2 AA I've got for gifts and just. But no, I've kind of got those fallbacks,
My truck could use some new tires.
Yeah. Man, that's a gift. We're really gonna forget like a car in the driveway. How about just a stack of 5 tires in the garage? Like,
we should like be thinking about sponsors other than us for both people that are listening. We should, for our many followers, all 3, 5. How many downloads do we get?
No. I mean, like on these usually get a couple hundred on YouTube, and Anchor is a little less consistent. But I mean, it's like 500-600 up to like 1,000, 1,200 listens.
Oh, look at that! There's more than 2 of you. Yeah. I just assumed we were talking to 2 people this whole time.
I was really cracked me up,
and we appreciate it. You staying with us, Dustin, because
you're
one of the ones I was counting is
on the last one, the marathon with Rodney, which was like a 3, like because we have a recording limit on the camera. It was like a 3-fer. I don't think we ever got in that territory before.
It was long.
Rodney and Josh Carter both had like texted me and been like, made it through the whole thing. It was awesome. Thanks.
So did Dustin.
Dustin and Josh Carter.
Yeah,
Rodney was here. Why would he listen to it?
I listened to it.
Yeah. I didn't. I started it, but I think I got distracted and didn't finish it yet.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff on there that I forgot about.
Yeah. No, when I do the descriptions for YouTube, I usually have to like listen.
Let's do it again.
What are we talking about? Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's really smart, Rodney. Anyway, so any other gift stuff that you're thinking?
No, I just want to mention like my muck boots are on their last legs, but I always
say like this. If anybody has the Yeti thing with this sporty lid, the lid that screws off and it's kind of got the little hole in it, and then like a second lid, this is nice.
Jimmy Hyman, Green Top Outdoors, gave us a couple of those,
they sell like a bazillion of them. Like Green Top isn't. I'm not saying we're sponsored by Green Top because they give us no money, but I really
we may have to report it to the IRS. Yeah,
they're as much as we spend there.
And they come in like a bunch of sizes because I had 2 18-ounce because they fit in a cup holder, but you've got what's that one?
This is a 36 and I have a 24.
Okay, 36, 24. I knew you had one that was slightly bigger and then that one, yeah.
Yeah, and then I have a couple 40 Yetis that just I've adopted over the years, but not with this lid.
Mm-hmm. Where it's like a regular water bottle cap, but then that part comes off, so filling and cleaning is a lot easier.
Oh my gosh, this and the 24 are my go-to. Like I use them all the time. I have an 18 I use for coffee, but I will say this little Yeti, whatever this thing is,
right?
With this lid is way more exciting than I thought it would be.
No, and I was psyched about the 18 because I hate when your bottles like rolling around. That's one of the reasons I use this tumbler coffee mug because it fits too. But having a water bottle it'll fit because like Nalgene's, any of the hydro flasks except for the skinniest one won't fit. Right. And I actually don't have one of those. All my hydro flasks are the bigger ones. So,
yeah, me too.
But yeah, some muck boots, and I think I told Brandy I would like hold off on getting a new pair because I can limp them along a while, but. Hopefully
enough duct tape and shoe goo and
hopefully
get through a season.
Well, I don't know. I kind of thought that until I got in the tree stand this morning. Looked down, I was like, "Oh, that's a new crack, and it's huge." Like,
yeah.
Like once they start going, it's kind of
they go fast. That's one thing I replace pretty quick because I'll get I mean, I don't want to have to try to replace them in January because I usually can't find the ones I want.
Yeah.
Usually it's too late. So
they don't even make the one I have anymore. It's kind of bummed.
Mine aren't muck boots. Mine are something else. Mine are.
Oh yeah, yeah. I looked at one the other day that was really cool. It was like the regular boot, and then it had like a 4 or 6 inch like gaiter that was a drawstring that you could take up to your knee. And then you could roll that down if you didn't want it. And it was regular like mid calf kind of height. I think that was muck boot, and it was called like the Forager or something like that. Yeah.
I wish I remembered which ones I have because mine are there's 2 main brands, Muck Boot and something else, and then I have this pair that has that are lined with orange, and you can fold the top down so it's like 4 inches of orange that's
Oh yeah.
That shows up. I forget what those are, but those are really nice. So I have bogs. I have some bogs. Most of what I have is Muck Boots. So I used to have bogs, but the soles of my bogs are not particularly grippy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like if you had a really nice barn and you were doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think bogs are absolutely the way to go. But that's not usually me. Normally it's in the
field.
Yeah, it's in the mud and I'm sloshing around. I'm swearing at something because it's January and it's trying to die or it's needed fed and and it's we don't nothing gets sick unless it's bad out.
Right. Yeah.
And you're never, you never feed when it's sunny. I don't know why. I swear, the only time we put out hay was when it's muddy raining or snowing.
Yeah.
And we don't get ahead of it for some reason. It doesn't. I'm sure we must be feeding on those days too. I just don't remember them.
They're not memorable.
A big deal, right?
Yeah.
It's
that's like things breaking
in the dark.
Like nothing ever breaks or needs replaced when it's like nice and sunny and it's 65.
No good stories start with good weather, isn't that?
Been there. What good God, been there. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm good on muck boot alike stuff.
Speaking of like gifts though, going back to Brock, I think I'm gonna pick up the tool pouch sling, which is not one of our things. It gets a lot of love. It's 2 of our XL pouches. But I want one of that for my tools on the tractor because there's been a few times where I've replaced a belt or been taking the blade off.
Want to tighten something.
And I don't need a full toolkit.
No, but you need some specific stuff.
Right.
And that works really well for that. My wife carries that as a, that's her med bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's her go with her everywhere med bag. If she leaves the house, that bag's with her almost all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like
when you lay it down, it auto opens. It's
she has EpiPens and all that kind of, all that stuff just kind of lives in that bag.
Yeah.
So that I will say, we actually use that bag probably more than we do daily. That bag gets a lot of use by her, and again, a piece that you don't see as many people have, or we don't sell as many of them. But man, as far as just pure usability goes, that's a pretty handy piece.
Yeah. No, and again, my tool pouch roll, 8 years old, 45 pounds of tools, whatever,
Yeah, but I think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
Not the 45 pounds of tools, but I think the fact that we'll build something that's sort of, kind of along the lines of, hey, we really have a good use for this.
Yeah.
And it seems to make a lot of sense and it's really handy and here's all the stuff you can do with it. Yeah. And then not everybody else sees it.
Yeah. Again, if you got, we talked about it on the holiday gift guide, that if that's somebody that maybe is not super into overlanding, they don't have a ton of tools, or you travel by motorcycle and you still want to take some tools and repair stuff.
Yeah.
2 good pouches, still folds up small, still easy to grab it, throw it over your shoulder, stuff like that. I think that's going to become my dedicated tractor kit. Plus, I already looked and it'll fit in the little toolbox on the tractors.
Yeah. No, that's a really good piece of equipment. Like you said, we don't sell that much of it. Damn, at our house, that thing gets used a lot.
Yeah.
It is one of the pieces that gets traveled constantly, and obviously the bum bag is going everywhere because all the girls use it. And, which may be the first piece of kit that my girls voluntarily use.
Oh, really?
I mean, not first, but you know what I mean. They actually
No, yeah. Now we talked about the XL coming out. It's going to be in some new colors. That'll probably trickle down to some other stuff. I'm kind of on the same page as you. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about that won't be available in January or so. So
look for a duffel bag.
Yeah.
January.
If you've been at some events, you've already seen it, but look for it on the web.
Yeah, and the large bum bag will be out when this comes out, or shortly after it's coming out, and then
which is real handy.
There's a larger EDC pouch. I don't know how many people. That's another one. I don't know that people will get that excited about it, but I have been using the crap out of it, and
And the EDC, it's got so many accessories. You can make it work for whatever. Like as a first aid kit, a recharging kit, if you're like me and you carry a multi-tool and
small camera stuff. You know what I mean? Like if you run a GoPro and some other stuff and camera accessories, like I played with it like that. I've used it a bunch of different ways, and that's another one has lived in my bag. My smaller EDC and my bigger EDC pouch that I've been testing. Those things have they don't ever come out of the bag because it just has all that stuff in it. And I know the little one goes with me no matter what. Yeah. No matter where I go, no matter what. And then the bigger one is, it lives in my backpack and then occasionally goes with me if I know I'm going to need something out of it.
You know what we totally forgot? What makes a great gift? If anybody wants to send us any, if anybody wants to buy that for somebody, if my family and friends are listening, beef jerky.
That's true. I mean, honestly, and bourbon.
Yeah, that too.
Bourbon
flavored beef jerky, which we tested on the first episode. One of those anthem ones.
I don't think it ranked that high though, did it?
Yeah, it had bourbon on the bag. It didn't really taste like bourbon.
Yeah.
But yeah, the beef jerky segment isn't going to be on every episode, but it'll be on a bunch.
Oh, we missed the beef jerky segment on this.
Yeah, we don't have another sample for this one. We do have some.
We have samples. We just didn't bring them out, I guess. Oh, man, we missed the beef jerky segment. I'm really bummed out. That was my favorite part. It's my favorite part of this whole thing now so now I have no guilt about talking about food.
There you go.
And the loss of Little Caesars. We should have a moment of silence.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody reopened that wound for Matt. Somebody came in.
Oh, yeah.
That hadn't been in town for a while. I was like, oh, your Little Caesars closed? And I was like,
yeah, let's not.
Don't talk about it,
Azul's closed, Little Caesars closed, like all my favorite.
Azul's has got some action going, though. Like, they've tore the whole front off that thing. I still haven't heard what it's going to be, though.
I hope they don't screw it up. They just make it another burrito shop.
Right, yeah. Azul Dose. Like,
I don't know, 2.0, whatever we need to do there. But, I mean, the problem with that space for me is it can't go uphill. There is it was at the pinnacle.
Right.
It was the perfect
if they would
use
level
of
out the floor, so they can get rid of that weird guardrail in the middle, because the floor had like an 8-inch drop or something in it.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you how many times I've been like, man, I really wish I could get a napkin, but I have to go all the way
around.
That would be the one improvement.
Yeah, but that's not improvement on the food or anything. Like that that place had hit it was perfect.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing better than Azul.
Yeah.
As far as like
if you've been to town, you visited Bedford. I think the first probably 4 or 5 times I came up here before I was on the team here at Blue Ridge, ate there. And then started when I was up here with other friends, ate there.
Right. I mean, like
one time I was up here with Steve and was like, yeah, man, we got to try this place. It's awesome. We pulled in. He's like, dude, you brought me here last time. I just didn't remember the name. You're talking it up. I've been in Bedford twice. I've eaten here once and I'm getting ready to eat here again, So, yeah.
Oh, man, it's going to be a bummer if it's not another Azul.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They're missing an opportunity. We need a good burrito place.
We do. I mean, any good restaurant would be great, but another burrito place would be off the chain.
We need a place called like Monday Evenings or something, though, because that is one thing. Because this town,
they only have to be open on Mondays. They make enough money Monday to make a living.
Guys, when we moved up here, if you're on this tangent, like you really are sticking it out. When Brady and I moved up here, we did like a Saturday, Sunday, came to work that first Monday, and like, oh, let's go get something to eat, and like got on Google Maps, was like, what?
Nothing is open.
Like. You don't get it. It's the Mexican restaurant, Ruby Tuesdays, right?
Yeah, I never remember.
Which is
Ruby
about
Tuesdays even here
as mediocre as one could hope to ever achieve in life.
Yeah.
It's fast food, and so like I think we ended up going to Ruby Tuesdays. We're like, well, crap.
Wow. You must have been dragging the bottom.
Well, yeah. Well, our other option was McDonald's.
Well.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I might have taken McDonald's over Ruby Tuesdays.
But yeah. If you're looking to move to Bedford and you're a restaurateur,
right? Mondays is a good day to be open.
Yeah, you could call it Monday evenings and have a very abbreviated schedule, and you do just fine. Because Bill's, Liberty Station, none of the things that are downtown.
No, nothing downtown's open on Monday.
Yeah,
I mean, Bella's is now.
Bella's is, and I forgot right near the shop out of town, out here. The
American Diner.
The American Grill, Family American Grill, they're open on Mondays.
I've only eaten there once, so I don't know.
I think we have twice, yeah. It's kind of on the weird end of town for us. So, yeah.
Well, I could drive past it going home if I wanted
to. Well, we do, but yeah, we just don't ever think about it when it's time.
I need to maybe try that again to see what my experience is like.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad last time. I just wasn't, Yeah. I didn't get super excited about it. But Azul's, we shed a tear every time I think about it. And now that Little Caesars is gone. I mean, and don't take my judgment on like good restaurants in town. So if you're coming to Bedford, I'm just saying.
No. I mean, we do
because my palate is super unsophisticated, and
I'm always all about people coming and visiting. Like we just had a flea market, things like that. But like Liberty Station, been here for a million years.
Spectacular,
fantastic, and super consistent.
Yeah.
Like
the exact same food every time you go. Always good.
If you're a seafood person, Matt is not. He's on the other end of that stick.
Yeah.
But we got a place downtown called Clam Diggers that's open like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they get Rappahannock like seafood comes in from the coast on Thursday afternoon or whatever. And if you go on Friday, or maybe they're open Saturdays too. Yeah, Saturdays.
You very well might not.
Yeah, your choices will be limited because they just sell stuff out. So it's good fresh seafood. The brewery in town's pretty good. Yeah.
I can't say the truth.
Matt's like a magnet for problems there, though.
I'm not saying I'm not a magnet for problems there. It's really good food, and it's pretty okay beer, and it's maybe the worst service you'll ever have.
Yeah, it can't be. Yeah. And Bella's, the Italian place. We hit there a lot, and I don't ever think to mention it.
Yeah, Bella's is really good if you're in town. I mean,
this is just a fact. Like, it's a Italian place ran by a bunch of Italians. Like,
like English is the second language of most of the people that work there. I think at least half the staff.
And great portions, good prices,
good food. I mean, it's just good.
Yeah. We had
pizza's good.
Pizza here Friday at the shop from there.
Pasta's good. Like they just don't do anything poorly.
No. And I feel like there's another one I'm like really forgetting. Like, MJ's locally owned.
Yeah.
Kind of a burger steaks.
Yeah, that's pretty
chicken
good.
kind of place. Yeah. Brunch was good on Sunday.
TKP, Town Kitchen Provisions.
Oh yeah. That's one thing we don't ever hit because we're not downtown like during lunch. Yeah. They do have some really good sandwiches. Like we were there during Centerfest, which is like our fall fest here in town. And we parked near there, so we went in, and I got something called, like, the Romanian Nightmare. And I seriously opened up the wrapper. They, like, wrap your sandwich. Like, they gave me 2. And the guy's like, no, that's just 1. We have to cut it in half to wrap it. It was like...
Really? Because before I'd been there, and I remember thinking portions were not enough for...
Oh, I'm not kidding.
Midwest farm boys.
It was 4 inches between...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was, like, coleslaw, pastrami... Not coleslaw. Wait, no. It was like sauerkraut, pastrami.
I was going to say, it couldn't have been coleslaw if it was for you.
Yeah. And then like some cheese and like some sort of sauce on toast, pressed. And the 2 halves were like 4 inches thick. Yeah.
Wow, you guys are committed. I'm sorry that we've gone down the restaurants in Bedford. But what happened? It started with a gift guide, isn't that what this is about?
Get people gift certificates to good, locally owned restaurant.
Yeah, there we go. Let's bring it back around. I would take that. I would be into
I'm not like anti-franchisee or whatever, but there are some places where I'm just like, screw them. If they all closed, it wouldn't break my heart. Like,
Ruby Tuesdays.
Yeah, McDonald's. If ever McDonald's in America closed tomorrow, I'd be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might miss a hamburger once in a while, but I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't lose sleep over it. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't shed a tear for it like I do Azul.
yeah, that's
or Little Caesars.
That's totally different. Yeah, part of the problem with Little Caesars, we're getting a Dunkin' Donuts in place. Like, I can get Dunkin' Donuts, or I can get donuts wherever.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I'm with Brandy on this. Anytime you're putting a donut shop in and you're missing the opportunity for a Krispy Kreme, you've screwed it up.
Yeah, like she just gets angry that it was a missed opportunity, but she sees one.
Why in the world? Why in the world did they not put a Krispy Kreme in there?
And I'm gonna rant.
I mean, Krispy Kreme is like from here, like regionally. It's what is broken? Who's broken? Like, who franchised the Dunkin' Donuts and not a Krispy Kreme?
Yeah.
For Little Caesars, like the whole thing makes no sense.
Yeah, we traded so far down, and if we're gonna trade, it was a bad trade. Yeah.
Z, we're sorry that we diverted to food for so long.
But here's the problem: on the last episode that we recorded, which will come out after this one, we didn't talk about food at all. We did a really good job, so we had to like make up for it.
Dude, we started with beef jerky.
Right, but that was planned.
It's unplanned food.
Yeah.
All right. Again, I apologize for our back to food. We should be doing a food podcast apparently.
Yeah. No, like maybe we do supporting local business.
We do a food cast and local business podcast that occasionally talks about gear.
Yeah. We have a whole family of podcasts brought to you by Blue Ridge Overland Gear.
Right.
Here's the Dining in Bedford, episode 57. We'll have Bella's like baked ziti.
Right. Oh yeah. Now that's a fucking win. Why aren't we doing that? That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, both our listeners could.
Have you guys got dinner plans? Well, hey, thanks for watching. I guess for our gift guide, buy stuff folks that'll last. Buy folks stuff that supports local businesses, small business, things like that. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at. Handmade stuff.
Yeah, well made gear is the key. We appreciate you stopping, and we will talk to both of you next time.
Josh, Dusty, we'll catch you in 2 weeks.
We'll see you.
See you.